Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have the Booktube Real Talk tag. So as you guys know, I haven't really been doing tag videos on my channel recently. However, my Booktube bestie Cody from Cody's Book Corner tagged me to do this a couple of days ago. And I believe that the original video is by Books with Alyssa J. I will put the link both to Cody's video and the creator's video down below if you guys would like to do this tag. But essentially this has not too many questions, it's just a handful about my experience on Booktube so far, how I feel about certain aspects, any mistakes I've made and things like that. I think that this can be quite a discussion based tag. We're gonna see how it goes because I haven't prepared for these questions. I thought I would just come on here and see what I had to say, and I don't tend to do a lot of discussion videos on my channel, so I thought that this would be a good place to bring a discussion element. So we're just gonna go through these questions and see what answers I come up with. I also have a cup of tea in my Harry Potter mug. It is the good old-fashioned British tea, not any fruit stuff, although I do drink fruit tea as well. Okay, so question number one is, what's something nobody told you about Booktube before you started your channel? And I'm gonna say something that I didn't know and something that surprises me every time it happens is, like, nobody told me about the drama. Nobody told me that people were so fighty. Nobody told me that there would just be tea being thrown constantly. You know, I did jump on with the Booktube newbie guy thing that happened and had my say about that because I felt like that was valid. I'm not going into that right now, but I felt like that was quite valid. He was rude. He had to know that we don't stand for that kind of shit, or like nobody should stand for that kind of shit, and it's not appropriate for you to say those things. So I did jump onto that, but it's just, there's a lot of hate flying around for no reason, you know? And you go into Twitter and quite frequently there's something happening. There's been quite a few dramas and some of them, as people will say, are justified, they are valid, they are topics that need to be brought up. But I don't feel like what needs to happen is for people to just constantly keep joining the discussion and it just like covering people's Twitter feeds. People say things in a way that makes you feel ashamed if you don't agree with them, and I completely just stay out of drama on Twitter because I just don't have the time for it. But I will flat out avoid Twitter, even if the drama has nothing to do with me, even if I don't do any of these negative things that people say. I will just stay away from Twitter because it kind of riles me up, it makes me angry, it makes me uncomfortable being on Twitter. People are sharing their opinions and people that I like, people I follow, and then they'll say something that's just ridiculous and I don't want to like them anymore, essentially. So I do tend to avoid it when that goes on, but I had no idea that there would be drama. Why would there be drama? We're supposed to be talking about books. And I feel like there's also a lot of unnecessary drama surrounding things like, obviously I'm a little biased, well I'm not really biased, but things like Sarah J Maas, constant Sarah J Maas bashing for no reason. Like, if you don't like a book, you don't like a book. Like, I hate Holly Black's books, but I don't go around saying that if you like them you're trash, if you like them you're sexist, if you like them you're this. I just, like, if you like them, then that's fine by me. If you don't like Sarah J Maas, that's fine by me, but you don't need to go like shouting your opinions around on Twitter, and it can just be exhausting a lot of the time. There's also like somebody shared pages from Kingdom of Ash from like chapter 20 something because this particular person notoriously does not like Sarah J Maas, so she tweeted pictures of the pages without spoiler warnings, and I was so so furious. So yeah, just like the things that people do, and like you expect a bookish community to be a certain way, like full of people who are intelligent and compassionate and empathetic and things like that, but like in any community there are all sorts of people. Not everybody is nice and not everybody is compassionate and empathetic, and it's something I didn't really realise until I was in the thick of it, and something that can bother me from time to time. Question number two is, what is your opinion on typical Booktube videos like hauls, TBRs and wrap-ups? And I fucking love them, they're my favourite videos to watch. Even if I'm like crazy behind watching Booktube, I will definitely watch everybody's monthly haul, TBR and wrap-up. This feeds into my personality and also what a lot of people say about me. Like, I have had people message me and also people shout me out on their channels, and one thing that everybody always says about me is that I'm consistent. Like, I'm always here, you can rely on my uploads. Occasionally my videos may be a couple of hours late, but I rarely ever skip. I mean, I went through a really rough patch last year and I was still uploading at least once a week because Booktube is something that is important to me and it's something that I'm committed to. I know people say don't treat Booktube as a job, and I kind of do, but I have to do that with everything in my life that I want to pursue. Like, I have to treat the gym as not optional to make myself go. I have to treat Booktube as not optional to make myself consistently produce content, because if I don't have the pressure of a deadline or the pressure of an obligation, I won't do shit, which is why TBRs work really well for me, because if I didn't have a list of books I had to read in that month, say for example my TBR was only 3 books, I would drag those 3 books out across the entire month, and if I put 10 books on my TBR, then I force myself to read 10. So I'm very much like goal oriented and need to have a firework up my ass to get me going. So I really love staple content because it's reliable, you know, like people say I'm reliable. I like reliable content. I like that I know what I get with a haul. And I know there's been a lot of controversy surrounding hauls at the minute. I've never felt pressured to buy a book because of a booktuber. Like, I've never felt like I had to own a book because other people own those books. I mean, look, you can see here I have 12 books of Gossip Girl. Nobody told me to do that. I did that myself. If there's any reviews about books like these, then they're bad. Like, I can make my own decision. I'm a grown-ass woman and nobody is pressuring me to do shit. So I really like hauls. TBRs are my absolute favourites, and TBRs are also the most watched videos that I make, so I'm guessing it shows that I love TBRs and I love making them. Also, Cody talked about the creative content and the creative TBRs. They're also obviously awesome. And wrap-ups are kind of necessary, you know, like if you don't do individual reviews, then you do wrap-ups, which is like mini reviews, I guess. So I don't understand why we would be a community that reads books but never talks about what we thought about them, which is essentially what a wrap-up is. So yeah, I absolutely love core content. You will always be able to have core content from me. I'm not buying as many books at the minute, so there won't be as many hauls, but they will, like, constantly, there will constantly be hauls, TBRs and wrap-ups here. Okay, so we're on question 3 and I've been talking for 10 minutes. This is going well. Number 3 is, what is an assumption you had about Booktube before you joined, and was it proven to be correct or not? This is less of an assumption. It's more of a lack of assumption, I guess. Like, I never interacted with YouTube videos before I made my own channel. And I didn't know that there was a community until I'd had my channel for about 5 months. I came on here to talk about books. Like I said at the beginning, I don't do discussion videos. All of my videos are pretty book related because, like, I'm not interested in the bullshit and the drama. Like, I'm here to talk about books that I like, books that I don't like, all sorts of things about books. And so the community is not something that I came for, but it's something that I found, and trust me, I'm happy that I did. I just assumed it was like any other YouTube community, like people kind of do their own thing and it's self-contained, but I didn't realise that there was such a large community surrounding books, and that includes like book bloggers and Bookstagram as well. Like, I literally had no idea how big that was, because if you think of reviewers, I always think of like stuffy middle-aged people that write for newspapers. I didn't think of like internet reviews as being a thing. So, like, since I came into the community not expecting to make any friends, the fact that I've made friends is a real bonus. I do only have a few close friends, and an assumption I feel like a lot of people do make about Booktube that I feel needs to be addressed is that you're not going to rock up onto Booktube, make 3 videos and have 10 best friends. It's not, well, you might, but it's not the likelihood of what's going to happen. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying that they're sad that they don't have bookish friends and saying that Booktube feels lonely. And I've been here for a year and a half and I have two very close Booktube friends. A few people I would say are like acquaintances, friends, and then a group of bookish people that are not necessarily Booktubers that I talk to. Friendship is like, it's like friendship in real life. Like, it doesn't just come overnight because everybody likes books. It's something that needs to be built. It's something that you stumble upon and you can't force. And I feel like a lot of people come into Booktube expecting to make best friends with everybody in the first like month, and it's just not likely to happen. And obviously I wasn't disappointed by that because that's not what I came into Booktube for. But I do feel like that is something that a lot of people do assume that just isn't really all that true. Question number 4 is, what is something that you've done that has actually helped you to grow your audience? I feel like I've already touched on this. My best asset in growing my audience and growing my channel is that I'm consistent. I have a regular upload schedule and I do not stray from it. I add videos to it occasionally. I'll just put like a random book diary in, but I never switch up my days randomly unless I really have to. I'm really tight on time, and I never only post twice instead of 3 times unless like there's something going on and I really have to skip a video. I know a regular upload schedule does not work for everybody, so I totally get that. Like, if I could give anybody advice, I would say be consistent, but a lot of people have said that that doesn't work for them, and that's okay if it doesn't work for you. But I would say if you can do a consistent upload schedule and you are comfortable with that, then go for it. Another thing that has helped me to grow an audience is my Bookopoly videos, which were honestly just a stroke of luck that I thought of them. I spent the whole of last year trying to think of a creative TBR idea, and like the mental block was lifted in like late October, so I'm already working on my 2020 TBR structure, and by that I mean I'm trying to have like another brainwave. I don't have anything solid and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to think of something that I can go to after Bookopoly, and hopefully by the time we get to October again I will finally have thought of that. But yeah, that's all I can really say. I mean, in both of my yearly goals videos I have said that I've had like a certain subscriber goal, but I have also always said it in those videos that you guys choose whether you subscribe or not. I'm just here putting out my content. You choose whether you like it and you want to watch it and if you want to subscribe. So I guess I have a consistent upload schedule. I had the Bookopoly idea, which has really taken off. And aside from that, like, you guys are better at telling me how I've built an audience than I am at knowing myself. Number 5 is, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? And I did do a full video on this called something like Mistakes I've Made on Booktube, which was essentially all of the things starting out that I did wrong and I wish that I could have known was wrong to start off with. So I'll link that video up there so that you guys can check it out if you want to, if you're looking to start a channel or you're a newish channel and you want to know what I think I did wrong. Like, it is personal to me and what I think my mistakes were, but that video is there if you want to check it out. Aside from that, I think I would say something that I see new booktubers doing wrong is that they're quite quiet and they haven't found their flow yet, although that's not really a mistake, it's more just comfort in front of a camera. I did not speak like this in front of a camera a year ago. I was a lot quieter, I stuttered a lot, there was less natural flow to my speech. I said all the damn time, so that is just something that comes naturally. I don't think that there is something in particular that I've really noticed small booktubers making that I know not to do anymore. But what I will say is, like, put effort into the creation of your videos, unless it's like this isn't intentionally a casual video. I'm sat down, it's more casual, I have less makeup on than usual, I'm drinking tea, I have a scrunchie on my wrist. Like, this is intentionally casual. If you're just sat on the corner of your bed with a pile of dirty laundry like behind you and it's not a casual video or it's not a vlog, like, it shows and it puts people off kind of thing, and it is something that like people pick up on. So like, I would say put effort into your videos, and that doesn't mean like if you're not comfortable wearing makeup then plaster on a face of makeup. It's just like, establish a setting, make it your style, make it your own, put effort into it, don't have like your camera slanted and things like that. And that's pretty much all I would have to say about that. Number 6 is, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? And honestly, I don't have a problem with it, especially working with publishers. What I will say though is that I would not accept a sponsorship that I did not believe that I would enjoy, so for a product that I wouldn't like. And I also wouldn't lie about a book and say that I liked it if I didn't, just because I was working with the publisher on this book. And I know from watching reviews and things from big booktubers and them talking about this kind of thing that publishers don't expect you to do that, but sponsorships are obviously different. You're being paid to promote whatever it is, and yeah, it's just not my style. And when you see booktubers, especially if they're new to sponsorships and things like that, you can tell that it's like a little bit fake and a little bit awkward, because you have to be nice about whatever it is. Yeah, like, I'm one of these people who, if I can make money from it, I will, because why wouldn't I? I know a few people don't monetize their videos because it's just a hobby, and I know like people always say, oh, like, you hardly make any money from YouTube, and it's true, you don't make a lot of money from YouTube, but I'm now making a little bit of money off something that I was doing for free anyway for like years. Yeah, the money might not be a lot, and yeah, it is just a hobby, but I'm not in a position to be turning down money, so if I can be paid for it, then I will. Number 7 is, do you think booktube is dying? And this is going to be a pretty quick answer. No, I don't think booktube is dying. If anything, booktube is growing, and like any community, booktube is changing and booktube is evolving. In the 2 years that I've been here, booktube is evolving and changing, and things that were the hot new thing to do then are not now. There's new trends all the time, business, new video styles. Creative TBRs are like the best thing to be doing now, and reading vlogs weren't a thing when I started watching Booktube or started my channel. So no, I definitely would not say that Booktube is dying. Possibly Booktube as it started and where it originated from is dying, but not as a community. As a community, it seems that we are constantly growing. There is a lot more competition than there has ever been on Booktube. There are more and more Booktubers, and that's a good thing, because the more Booktubers that turn up, the more people that will watch. The community will become bigger, we'll all become more popular, maybe more people will start reading in the world, because there are like a huge percentage of the population that does not read at all. So yeah, I think Booktube is growing. Number 8 is to tag your friends. I don't know who to tag because I don't really do tags anymore. I guess I'll tag Ali from HardbackHoarder because she is a tag queen, although I know she's not doing Tag Tuesdays every week anymore. I'll tag Rachael from Rachael Marie Book Junkie, although I can't remember if she has already done this. And I'll tag Madison from Paperback Princess of Paperback. It's one of those. I just know that she is bae and I love her. So that is everything for the Booktube Real Talk video. Please let me know what you thought of this video. Please let me know your answers to any of the questions. Do you guys think Booktube is dying? Please also don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle company, the Instagram for that, and 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go and nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.